It's finished here at the J Davidson Stadium. Altrincham 1, Sutton United 0. We're talking to Altrincham manager Phil Parkinson. Phil, our first win since 2000 against Sutton United. What were your overall thoughts on the performance today?
Delighted. The boys acted out the game plan brilliantly. I think everyone could tell we were a little bit more direct today. We feel they're one of the best pressing teams in the division, and we bypassed that superbly well and played a little bit higher up rather than from the back and through the third, so to speak. So it was really good to see that the players could deliver on that.
Altrincham took the lead early on, around 10 minutes in, through Regan Linney, and quickly gained attacking momentum. How did that change throughout the game?
I don't think the momentum really changed, apart from probably last 5 minutes where we're obviously defending a lead and they've got nothing to lose apart from chuck it in the box. But we've just looked back at the opportunities for both teams. Ethan's not made a save, unless you correct me on that, and their keeper's made 2 decent saves. One very good one from Charlie Olsen, I think it was, on the swivel in the 18-yard box, and a routine one you'd expect him to make from George Wilson, but we tested their keeper more than us, so I felt we had good momentum in the game and we were worthy winners in the end.
Just to mention on Regan Linney, obviously he scored his 15th goal today in as many games. How much has he impressed you this season so far?
He's doing what I'd expect him to do. He's a top player. We've got one of the best marksmen in the division, and we knew if we can get him the right service this season, he was going to propel us up the division, and he's doing that. But it's not just a one-man show. He's assisted by all of his teammates, particularly the lads behind him. Alex Newby, a standout. He's right up there. People will always look at the goals scored, but key passes, assists, Alex Newby's right up there with Regan in terms of top players in the division. But when you've got that player who can finish a chance off, he had one really good chance in the game and he finished it. And again, it was brilliant because it was by design. It wasn't looked at. We were looking to play him behind a little bit more today, and he exploited that. We played the right pass at the right time with the wing backs being a little bit higher, exploiting the space in behind, and Regan did superbly well with his finish.
Going into the break sort of 1-0 up, what did you have to say at half-time in preparation for the second half? So obviously it got a bit sort of feisty towards the last 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, well, we knew that. I used Wealdstone as an example. I didn't think we won enough physical battles in that game. When we reviewed it, it was imperative against a really strong Sutton team that we were able to win our 50-50 duels, because without that then we weren't going to get any kind of foothold in the game, and I felt we come out on top more times than we didn't. So the messages were all the same from the start of the game. There was nothing that changed really. I think I couldn't have had a bigger incentive with what their social media team wrote about us, to be honest, so I didn't really have to fire the lads up too much. I'm sure they'll remember who we are after that.
And also, Harvey Randall was back on the bench this afternoon after coming back from injury. How far are we off seeing some of the other players returning from injury now? Well,
you're seeing them, so when they're on the bench, they're returning. If you're talking about a Joe Nuttall or Justin Amaluza, those types of players, I'm hoping Justin, January, Joe the next week or so, maybe 2. It just depends on how quickly he can recover. And then, yeah, we shouldn't be too far away. Ollie Crankshaw's back in training now, which is a big plus for us, and I feel like I've been saying that a lot this season, and I knew it'd be around this period where we were hopefully going to get Ollie somewhere near where we could get him on the pitch. So we're hoping in the next couple of weeks, maybe the same time as Justin, it'll be like signing 2 new players coming into January, or maybe the back end of that.
And finally, looking ahead to the next couple of games over the festive period, how do you prepare for them after today's result?
I think we've got to let the lads enjoy themselves. They'll be all off to Dublin tonight with probably pretty much everybody in non-league. I think there's about 4 different teams on the same flight as them. So thoroughly deserved, and it's always the manager's worst nightmare when they've got the Christmas do. You always worry that are they going to be focused, and they've been superb. They won away. We won at File, didn't we, last season, or here, I can't remember which way round it was, but on the Christmas do, and they deserve it, and it is non-league, and lads are going to enjoy themselves. So yeah, I'm really pleased that they'll be able to go with a win under the belts and come back in fresh and refocused and ready for the next challenges that will come over Christmas.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.